Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking again the dreaded D-Rose Report. The much talked about commercial for WWE Friday Night SmackDown will be debuting on the Syfy channel. They should have played it last night. I haven't seen it yet, but likely during the NXT. If you've seen it, let me know. Anyway, the commercial is for SmackDown Move. It's moving to Syfy, remember, this fall. Not sure the exact date yet. Anyway, last night's tapings, we had Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler earning the final 2 Money in the Bank spots on, well, Money in the Bank matches. And Layla versus Kelly for the Layla's women's title was announced also for the pay-per-view. Members of Nexus will be appearing on the next Tuesday's night WWE NXT on Syfy. The show is going to be taped from Louisville, Kentucky. Persey Watson, Urkel, won the rookie challenge on last night's NXT, earned himself a talk show to debut on next week. Dark main event after tonight's, last night's SmackDown taping in Atlanta saw Rey Mysterio defeat Kane, Big Show, Jack Swagger in a four-way. And then they had a 7-on-7 match with Raw superstars and Nexus members that was advertised for that night and just never happened. They always say card is subject to change at their whims. Anyway, the dark match before the taping last night saw new SmackDown star Alberto Del Rio defeat Tyler Rex. Probably hit Tyler in the back of the head if you know what I'm talking about. WWE announced today that their first ever show in China will be taking place August 22nd at Shanghai at the Expo Culture Center as a part of the Expo 2010 Shanghai. The show will be free to Expo attendees. Not sure how much the attendee thing is. Okay, we don't know yet, but word is that WWE has something big planned for tonight's SmackDown taping. Rather, let's see, this is Wednesday. It was last night. I haven't seen anything on it yet, but on last night's SmackDown taping, so we'll find out what it is. After WWE gave new names to a second-generation talent like Husky Harris and Michael McGillicuddy, of all things, several second and third generation stars in developmental are worried that the company is going to be changing their names as well, and you should be. At least one of the families is upset about their son's name change. Booker T, by the way, said on the Right After Wrestling show last night that he's in the process of writing a book scheduled to be released, I guess, in 2010. Booker's wife, by the way, Charmel, is expecting twins at any time now. They were both, well, she was at Undertaker's wedding, and I tell you what, it was at least beach ball size. Whew. Oh, what that does to your skin. I know how it is after I eat a couple of 2 or 3 or 4 cheeseburgers. Last Thursday's episode of TNA Impact on Spike scored a 0.99 rating with about 1,266,000 viewers. I think they're right back where they were before they went to Monday night. Trish Stratus, of all things, will be throwing out the first pitch at the Toronto Blue Jays versus Boston Red Sox game July 10th at Rogers Stadium in Toronto. Thursday's episode of WWE Superstars on WGN scored a 0.55 rating with about 210,000 viewers. The replay did a 0.23 with about 41,000 viewers. The new edition of WWE Magazine is promoting the return of Triple H. It looks like he would be returning sooner than later because I believe he's on the front of it. So that tells me anytime soon, maybe Triple H is the manager, the mysterious manager. I was kind of hoping really JR would be. I'd like to see him come back. I still think it's Michael Cole myself. Shh, don't tell. Shh. Anyway, TNA management that ain't for a fact Michael Cole, I'm just saying that. TNA management are doing all they can do to get Paul Heyman to debut at Victory Road pay-per-view this Sunday in Orlando. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that as of this coming weekend, those within the company believe Paul Heyman is coming in, and the only thing that is left for the sides to do is close the deal. Well, that's what it was last time, and they never got the deal closed. Heyman stated recently in an interview that he wanted a similar deal to what Dana White has with UFC. Full control of the promotion and stake in the company. Well, he's got a lot of ego in that, don't he? Well, he wants just somebody to hand it over to him. I can do it. I don't know really whether they can. Anyway, he doesn't want to be offered a lowball deal that was given to Jim Ross not long ago. One of the things that Heyman is insisted about, regards to TNA, is the need for the company to be revamped the product marketing. At the same time, by the way, in the same recent interview with Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez, during the UFC 116 weekend in Vegas, Heyman said he won't be appearing at the Victory Road pay-per-view. The belief is that TNA wants Heyman to be the big television leader of the ECW Invasion group. Although he said he doesn't want to be involved as a TV character. Despite what he said, though, many sources in TNA are thinking that the deal is pretty much closed to the point where Heyman has already started working on ideas and is at least willing to make a public appearance to let people know that he is there and would effectively be TNA's hitting the reboot button. I don't care whether he's there or not. It's... Anyway, the attendance figure, by the way, from the the Wrestling Observer newsletter, says July 2nd in Brooklyn, New York, they drew, TNA did, 5,500 fans, which I mentioned last week. That was the biggest draw they've ever had. The next day in Ashbury Park, New Jersey, they did 1,200 fans. Attendance for July 5th WWE House Show in Savannah, Georgia was 3,000 with a $116,000 gate. Now, we don't know the gates for a fact of TNA's because they're a private company and they don't have to give it out, but WWE, they're on the stock market. They have to let the stockholders know how much they're actually drawing, to be upfront, honest, and forthright. Thank you. Anyway, the current plans for SummerSlam is to build the pay-per-view around the return of Triple H and The Undertaker. Triple H is stated to face Sheamus in a grudge match, while Undertaker is tentatively penciled in to face his brother Kane. So says the Wrestling Observer newsletter, and so do I. As always, plans are subject to change, or card is subject to change too. So anyway, I would suspect that most likely the vegetative state was caused by Kane on his brother, from jealousy, with him out of the way, Kane gets a better push. Of course, he's getting a big push now too. So I kind of think that's what's going on with that. I still say Michael Cole. What was that thing again? Well, I got about a minute and a half left, but hey, I'll let you guys go. Let me know what you think about the pay-per-view this weekend, if you're going to get it or not. And who do you think the mysterious mystery general manager of Raw is? I got to go.